Well, I think first of all, it's the biggest production we've ever done. We went to like 3 different studios. We recorded the drums and the vocals in Sweden. We did the guitars in Norway, and we mixed it in England at Andy Sneeps. But also like we use choir. We never used real choirs before because it's always been on the keyboards. And yeah, it's just like a huge orchestra, so it's like over 100 persons working with it. And also like with sample work, a lot of native Norwegian chanting, we never used that before. So, just a combination of all the experimenting with new sounds and studios and the ways of recording, I mean, it's maybe like 1 step backwards and 2 steps forward, like we try not to go away from the Dimmu, what's the soul of Dimmu, that's to create epic music and make it sound big, and I think that's the main element, but at the same time we weren't afraid to like do the new stuff that we tried out. And no, it's we were very open-minded. We didn't have any restrictions. We can't do that. We can't do that. But as long as we keep it metal and don't go too far. But we like a lot of different sort of music. We don't like just black metal or death metal. We listen to a lot of crazy stuff. So we just combine all the stuff we like and put it into one package, so to speak. Yeah, totally. I mean, we work very hand in hand, I make a guitar riff and then Shaggy maybe put some keyboards on top, and then he makes a keyboard riff and then I make some guitars on top. So, but we try we try to find a good balance, so it's not too much guitar and not too much keyboard. If a guitar riff is very technical, it's stupid to put keyboards on top, So we try to find not to make it too technical, but try simple, catchy guitar riffs and then put keyboards on top of it. So, no, but I think if you listen to like Puritanical, that album is also very guitar oriented. So ever since at least I started in the band, it's been the guitars has been a focus, but it's been also the keyboards. And before it was just keyboards was very dominant in Dimmu Borgir, But in the past it's been more like 50-50, the guitars and the orchestra or keyboards. So. We like to keep it like a secret, but we have guest singers, doing some vocals, and a female singer. We never had that before. Yeah, she's called Agnete, from Norway, a Norwegian band called Jerv. So it's just some experiment for us and try out something new, and this goes along with the album. The whole album is about trying new stuff out, and if you don't try new stuff out, you'll get burned out, and we have to do it. And it's better to try and fail and don't try, at all. So yeah, with this whole album, it's just elements that we never done before, and that's also included with the vocals. So yeah, there's different session vocalists on this album.
Yeah.
Several. Yeah, it's great. I mean, those guys are really cool, and it really goes along good with Dimmu Borgir because they also use makeup and they have the spikes. So I mean, the stage show is pretty much the same direction as we have. So yeah, we toured with them a couple of times, and it's been very good. And yeah, Derek has played for Vader before, so all the Polish drummers are exceptionally fast, So and he can play slow stuff and fast stuff. So it's been very good. The Polish guys has a lot of talented musicians, So if you need to find musicians, you have to look to Poland, I guess. Dari is a permanent member now, so we'll see how that goes. But he's done a few tours and festivals with us, and he's never disappointed live. He's very steady with the bass drums and never fuck up, and so it's very good to have like the driving force in the band that like never fucks up. So that's good, and it makes it easier for the guitars to follow. So that's why we used him on the album, because he proved he's been in the band for like a few years now, So he proved his place, and he played on the new album, and so of course he's a permanent member. But
Okay.
no, I don't think it's meant like that, but if you're going to listen to Dimmu, you have to be open that it's not going to be like one direction. It's not going to be black metal, it's not going to be thrash metal, it's just going to be a package, So I think there's some elements for everyone to like, but it's not, of course, not music for everyone. But there's so much going on. So, but it's not directed at anyone, you know. Like we don't want to take over the world or anything. Well, I mean, Silenos did some research about Aleister Crowley and he's read a lot about him, you know, so he decided to write some lyrics about him, you know, and so it was just like a natural thing for us to use Abrahadabra, and that was his magical formula, you know. Yeah, I mean, it's just, we don't do anything like, oh, we have to write about heaven and hell and we have to do this. I mean, one album we write about that and the other we can change completely, you know. But of course, writing about hell and Satanism, it just goes hand in hand with Dimmu. It's always been a big part to write about Satanism, you know. So it's Aleister Crowley really represents that good. So it's, you know, it's a good thing for us at least, to have some inspiration from him as well. We're just gonna, you know, play from all the albums. I mean, we released a few albums now, but it's gonna be, we don't want to play most songs from the new album or anything like that, so it's gonna be from the old albums. We haven't really decided which songs yet, but it's gonna be, you know, everything from maybe Stormblast and From Darkness Triumphant, you know, but we should play at least 4 or 5 songs from the new album, you know, because it's very good songs to play live, I think. So it's just gonna be a good mix of all the albums, and we're actually going to decide now which songs to use, but it's going to be like the normal songs we usually play, like Puritania, we have to play, Morning Palace, of course, you know, Progenies we have to play. So, you know, it's, but we also have to mix it in with some new blood. Yeah, well, we will do that. That's actually in the plan, to have a thing to do that. But I mean, yeah, for touring it's not going to be possible, you know. We need like 10 tour buses and, you know, feed all of them. It's not going to be possible. But yeah, we have a plan to do that, but it's a bit sacred still, so I have to keep it a bit. I have no idea, you know. We've never done anything like this before, so this is going to be a completely new experience. But it's like, we were open-minded to try out new stuff, and they asked if we wanted to tour with them before, but at that time we said no. But now it's like, yeah, why not, you know. And it's cool to play in front of new people and see how they react, if they're going to spit on us or whatever, you know. But we're just going to do our thing and, you know, play blast beats. But it's, you know, only time will tell. But it's a new experience, but it's not something we're going to continue like play with big bands like that, you know. It's after that we're going to tour with Enslaved, you know, and go back again. So, but it's, you know, fun to do something new for once. As I said, it's just going to be a new thing for us, and we have no idea what to expect because we haven't been in that situation. I mean, we've done big things like Ozfest, which is like a lot of different bands, but it's probably going to be like playing a festival, you know. There's a lot of different bands there, you know, and people show up, and it's also cool to like mix the bill, so it's not just 3 bands playing blast beats, you know. It's kind of boring, you know, so it's, you know, we'll see how it happens. Okay. Well, I always like known Dimmu Borgir because all my child and Dimmu Borgir used to like rehearse at the same places, and I went to the same school with Shagrath and the same class. So I mean, we always been very close, you know, but they did their thing and I did my thing, you know. So I knew very much what Dimmu Borgir was about, and musically it wasn't really that big difference from what I was used to, you know, because all my child also had keyboards, you know. So it was just a natural step for me to, when I joined there, I felt like really at home. Yeah, so joining Dimmu Borgir for me was just natural progress, and it's been going really good, and, you know, I can use my ideas there, and, you know, we respect each other, and I respect their ideas, they respect my ideas, you know. So it's, yeah, we work really good, and I don't think the relationship, to call it like that, would have lasted for 11 years if it didn't work out. So it's, no, it's been great 11 years, a lot of new experience. Yeah, well, we have these 2 tours now, and we're really happy or excited to see how the album will go, you know. We have to take it step by step. But it's, you know, we plan on doing as much live as we can, and we have a big thing going on with the the orchestra, you know, so we have plans on that, playing a show with a full orchestra. And at the summertime we're just going to do all the festivals we can do and play as much as possible and keep the spirit alive, you know, and work hard on the next album. And we see how the reaction is with this album, you know, and we start working with the next album. So all the members in Dimmu have like personal projects. Shagrat has Chrome Division and Silence has Insidious Disease, and I have All My Child. But I have a break now with All My Child. The contract is done and stuff, so you know, I'm just gonna focus on Dimmu Borgir for a while, and the other guys will do their thing. So yeah, it's just something to do when it's not too busy with Dimmu. So. It might be, but we do that sort of on purpose. We don't really like to release albums every year because it's sort of I think it's boring with bands. Like I buy an album and then like a few months later it's a new album. It's like, you know, we rather use our time and make it good. And so at least 2-3 years I think is perfect for Dimmu Borgir because it's a bit more mysterious, you know, and keeps it more interesting. And then once we release an album we can just go full on with tours and stuff like that. And so that's we do that on purpose actually. So, but it shouldn't be any more than 3 years. You know, if it's 4 years, it's too long. But 2-3 years is good. So we'll see how long it takes now. But as soon as we're done with playing live, we will start working again. So we're in a good spirit right now and creative process.
Be the broken on the breaker. Unlock and open the door.